Free snacks, coffee and lunchtime yoga at the office are being put on ice as employees face what's described as a Perk-cession. With the global economic downturn, businesses are looking to tighten their belts. And a poll of New Zealand workers found that 1 in 4 workers said their employers had cut employee benefits in the last 6 months. With us is Shannon Barlow from Frog Recruitment. She's the Managing Director there. Kia ora, Shannon.
Kia ora.
It was very interesting to see that the 2021 trend of lunchtime yoga has really gone by the wayside.
I know. Well, I think it's particularly in that year when we were facing lockdowns, it made sense. It was a lot harder to look after your employees' well-being. So a lot of the focus and what businesses were doing was around that, which was actually a really positive thing. But I think that's really shifted now, and employees want different things.
What do you make of this, James Elliott?
Well, I'm just shocked to see some of the basics, coffee and fruit, these sorts of things being pulled off employees. It's going to have a negative effect on your employees, but surely not a great significant cost.
I know that's definitely one of the points that we picked up. So you've really got to think of what impact that is going to make on the bottom line, and if it's worth it for for what you're going to lose, or that feeling from your employees or potential job seekers if they're looking at your business as a potential new place of work.
Yes, Delaney?
Oh, hi, Shannon. Is there any study done to show how many employees actually focus on those perks before they decide to accept a job with an organisation? Is it a big requirement?
Well, I think so. Each year we do survey both employees and job seekers and to see what matters to them most. And there really has been a dramatic shift in that over the last 3 years for obvious reasons. I think it's less so now about things like perks and the coffee, the free fruit. Often that's seen as that's just what happens in an office, isn't it? That's not really a perk, and it can become an expectation. But we're seeing a shift now. So the things that are important this year are actually more focused on job stability, training and development, and also trust and support from management. So I think there's a shift back to the focus on our own careers and moving that forward and feeling like there's a place for us in the business.
Do workers, in your view of what you've surveyed, do workers, and as a recruitment, in the recruitment sector, do workers care about perks?
Yeah, I think they do. I think it's part of the overall decision, and particularly in the last couple of years, there's been a much better position ever to be able to go after what they want, and also to consider different options and to kind of make the employers sell themselves to them in a way. So sometimes those perks come into it. Definitely, the main thing though has been around flexibility. So that has stayed
Absolutely.
stable, and it's really a given now that needs to be there, whether that's hours or locations. But I think they'd look at the overall environment, and yes, those perks do come into those decisions. What
perks have you had in your working career?
Or
the
fruit, cookies, biscuits, all manner of things. But I think what Shannon was saying about expectations, if it becomes an expectation rather than a perk, then you're going to feel quite different about it. And in the case in the current environment, you can there are lots of jobs available. What is the cost, Shannon? What's the remind us all of the cost to a business for an employee leaving and being replaced? Expressed as a percentage of salary, generally.
Yeah, so I don't have the actual dollar amount there, but if you think about all that goes into it, so the time that's taken you away from your regular responsibilities, if you don't have a recruitment team, all the training and development that goes into a new employee if they're to leave or to get someone else on, that's part of the reason that attracting and retaining staff has been one of the biggest challenges for businesses and still remains this year.
Nice.
You definitely have to be mindful, although there is that pressure to and the need to cut costs in some places, to be able to also look at, okay, is this going to create a risk and have another business swoop in and offer your best talent some of the things that may be missing or have been taken away from your workplace?